Top 10 creepy things captured on camera inside hospitals, part 3. Let's get into the video.
Mysterious figures slipping through doorways, staff interacting with invisible patients, shadow figures, haunted washing machines and wheelchairs. These are even more creepy things captured on camera inside hospitals. Urban explorers went inside Mossley Manor Care Home in Liverpool and ended up catching something very eerie on camera. The place had been shut down for years. It was empty, dark, and falling apart when the group from Finders Beepers History Seekers started filming inside. And while filming a set of stairs, you suddenly notice this dark figure standing.
Beepers, creepers, same shit.
The second it's spotted, it moves to the right and disappears out of view. One of the explorers went upstairs to follow it, but when he reached the top, there was nothing there. No movement, not even a sound. And that was really weird, because the figure had moved toward a dead end. There was a wall there and a drop on the other side of the upper floor.
Ooh,
no clear way in or out. Matt Nadine, one of the explorers, later said, things like that are bound to give you a cold shiver down your spine.
For real.
At first he thought it might have been another person in the building, but after checking the layout, he said there was nowhere someone could have gone without being...
That's a big body echo.
seen. This next video is uploaded by Reddit user Frank's First with the caption "Paranormal Activity in Hospital Break Room." See if you spot something in this footage yourself.
Shadow, I think.
A dark, shadowy shape floats past the end of the table. This would be weird in any setting, but being that this is a hospital, it's even spookier. And many commenters agree, especially ones who've worked in hospitals themselves. Like Additional Doubt 243, who wrote, "I've been a critical care nurse for 22 years, and I've been witness to some seriously weird stuff in the hospital setting. Since a coworker and I simultaneously witnessed a crash..."
Hey man, comment down below if y'all had any paranormal experiences before. I want to know. I haven't, personally.
Cart moves 6 feet by itself, and I have seen an actual apparition on camera in patients' rooms. I can attest that hospitals are weird places to work. Lots of heavy energy. Same goes for this next Reddit user, NurseKitty22, who posted this creepy image saying it was a still from the security camera at the hospital she works at. It came from inside an emergency department seclusion room. Patients are constantly monitored on camera due to high risk of self-harm. That night, a young patient around 17 to 19 years old started insisting there was a child inside the room with them. At first, staff assumed it was part of the hallucinations and delusions the patient was already experiencing. A nurse eventually went in to speak with the patient and try to calm them down. During the interaction, the nurse told the patient that if anything was bothering them, they could tell it to go away. At the same time, a security guard monitoring the live camera feed noticed something unusual.
Bro, why they treating a 17 and 19-year-old like a child, bro? Tell it to go away. What? That's crazy.
Shadow-like shape appeared to move across the room while the nurse was inside. It shifted from the middle of the space toward the door, then disappeared out of view. The Redditor finished by saying, "I am agnostic, and not really a big believer in the afterlife, but keep having some weird experiences in this hospital. Many patients see children constantly as a common delusion. This makes me think there might be something to it. Unless someone has a better explanation of this weird figure moving from the middle to exiting the room through the door, just wild." This footage was supposedly filmed by a hospital security guard working an overnight shift in the ICU medical facility in Hawaiian Gardens, California. According to the Reddit user who posted it, the video was recorded back in 2019. The guard was walking through the hallway when he noticed something strange near one of the doorways. First, it looked like a white blur near the room. He pointed the camera toward it. What appeared to be a dark figure stepped out of the doorway. He kept walking for a second before seeming to realize what he'd just seen. Points the camera back toward the hallway, but the figure is gone.
Hey, what y'all doing in that situation, bro? I ain't gonna lie. That shit ain't even had no face. I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna run for sure. But, damn.
To the security guard, the wing was totally empty. This creepy image was shared to Reddit by a user named Feli Dupe, who accompanied it with a story she heard from her friend, a former hospital nurse. He said that one night he and another nurse were monitoring the ICU security cameras when they saw a child running in and out of the patient rooms on the feed. They radioed down to the ICU staff to check, but they were told there was no child in the ICU at the time. The two nurses went down to the floor to investigate in person. When they checked the rooms, there was no one there. When they returned to the nurse station, the nurse who'd stayed behind told them that they would not believe what she'd just seen. She said that after they left, a girl appeared on the monitor coming out of the doorway, was watching them walk down the hall. She took a picture of the screen, the picture that the Redditor ended up sharing. The hospital staff were pretty unsettled, especially because a couple days earlier, a young girl had died in the ICU after an anaphylactic episode. Some staff thought the figure in the image looked just like her. Apparently, management had to step in. Everyone signed non-disclosure agreements, and there's a whole process around this because apparently paranormal activity is a very regular thing at hospitals. At least, that's what the former nurse told her. This is a creepy one. Here we see two people moving through a dark hospital at night. Based on the audio, they sound like patients who stepped out of the room after noticing something unusual in the building. They're clearly uneasy as they move through the corridors. Right at the beginning, the camera catches what looks like a nurse standing behind a window and a door. The figure is only visible for a moment, just long enough to register before it slips out of view. After that, the two continue moving through the hospital, staying quiet and scanning the hallways. They keep walking deeper into the building, still looking for whatever they think they saw earlier. Then,
hey, y'all think they cap or nah? If you think it cap, bro, comment cap down below.
this happens.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC.
This is a very infamous tunnel. It sits in the Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky, former tuberculosis hospital that's built quite the reputation over the years for being one of the most haunted places in the United States. One of the most talked about parts of the building is often referred to as...
Hey man, if you made it this far into the video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Hey bro, I'm trying to run it back up, bro. So I missed 5 days of uploading. My last couple of videos, shit in the garbage. So no more days off, bro. Straight to the top. If y'all rock on me, bro, I'm rocking with y'all. So hey, back to the video.
The death tunnel. This tunnel was used back when the hospital was operating to move deceased patients out of the main building. It runs about 500 feet underground. It was designed so bodies could be transported without being seen by other patients or staff inside the hospital. In practice, that meant people were taken down into a long, closed passage, carried through the tunnel and removed from the building away from the main wards. After the hospital closed, the tunnel stayed exactly as it was. And over time, it became one of the most visited parts of the entire site. Visitors will often describe the same kinds of experiences down there. Footsteps when nobody's moving, voices that seem to come from deeper inside the tunnel. Because of the history attached to the place, a lot of people believe the tunnel carries a kind of leftover energy from everything that passed through it during the years it was used to transport the dead. And we have to include another haunted wheelchair video. This one was shared around a bunch, but it was originally uploaded to Reddit by user Stalker the Zone, who said he was working security at a hospital at the time. On his first patrol, the wheelchair was on the right side of the hallway. On the second patrol, he noticed it sitting on the other side. He was a bit creeped out, but probably figured someone had bumped it or something.
Hey, every time I see a wheelchair, like when I was little, bro, I used to see wheelchairs in hospitals, bro. That shit creeped me out too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know why they just do.
Decided to start filming, and that's when he caught this. He said he was never really a believer in the paranormal until this experience. This clip was posted by TikTok user jmalillo165 and comes from a hospital where staff started noticing something strange in the laundry area. Security guard got kind of freaked out after seeing one of the washing machines start to move on its own. To make sure he wasn't just imagining things, he pulled up the security footage and gathered a few staff members to watch it with him. Now, the footage they're watching has been sped up, but even taking that into account, I mean, the movement is hard to miss. The machine doesn't just vibrate a little or shift an inch, it noticeably changes position across the room. Her reactions seem pretty genuine, too. Nobody sounds scared necessarily, like nobody's screaming. They're mostly laughing, trying to process what they're seeing. It's very much the kind of reaction that you have when something just catches you off guard and your brain hasn't really figured out how to respond yet. What do you think was going on here, though? Is there a rational explanation, or is something stranger happening?
Oh, no.
This CCTV footage comes from a private hospital in Buenos Aires, Argentina. It is still, without a doubt, one of the creepiest pieces of hospital security footage on the internet. A security guard is sitting alone at the reception desk in the middle of the night when he suddenly stands up and looks toward the entrance. The automatic doors slide open, but nobody walks in. At least nobody that the camera can see. Eerily, the guard immediately starts acting like someone is standing right in front of him. He gestures toward the desk, appears to ask.
Hey, at first, bro, I thought he heard him and jumped up because he heard the door open. His ass was asleep or something. But obviously, he think he talking to somebody. That shit creepy.
A few questions and begins writing information down on a clipboard. Then he does something even stranger. He wheels over a wheelchair and seems to offer it to the invisible visitor before guiding them further into the hospital. For minutes, he carries on as if there's a real patient standing there. It wasn't until later he realized something was off. The woman never came back through the reception, so he asked staff if they'd seen her. They hadn't. When he gave them the woman's name, he was told the only patient by that name had died the day before. And that has been the video. I will catch you, yes, you specifically, in the next one.
Hey man, that's gonna be all for this video. Did you enjoy the video? Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Hey, only towards the top from here. So become Third Eye fam right now, bro. Until next time, Third Eye Prince. We out.
Wow. I know who Third Eye Prince is now.